user-supported devices, offering esports level performance and visually stunning experiences in the 2024 PMWC. And I've already been visually stunned by what's happened so far today. We've had some nasty circles, cruelty on the plane path here as well. We are going to have something special, I'm sure, in this final rodeo.
Let's see what these players are made of. Who will etch their name in stone of PUBG Mobile history? We know that Alpha 7 loves to go to El Pozo. You can already see them stretching on out, hunting down those vehicles and heading towards that big loot area. Where will the zone go? Will it decide to stay near the plane path or go in the opposite direction? That's a big question. Now, I will say this. If Team Reject do not get looted up at Power Grid quickly and try to find a way to hunt down Alpha 7, they don't want this. They don't want this. I'm going to be straight up because they need to do it. Yeah, they need to hit a record-breaking game for them, and Alpha 7 cannot put up a single point. The zone goes up, and it is going to go to both of their drop locations. Oh, let's see what they decide to do.
No one out of favor right now with the circle. I say no, neither of the two teams battling for that top spot out of favor with the circle. Potential for a little bit of danger among these hot drops around the vehicles currently, but it looks like teams are extricating themselves from one another nice and sensibly. Boom currently a little bit split over on the eastern side. Take a look at that near Tianba, near Twisted Minds. You've got one of the players from Boom a little bit further away from the others. And I think, yeah, that is going to be just quite nice and safe for now. Closer to Vampire now than actually Twisted Minds, but the rest of Boom might have trouble as well as they are over in Impala. Going to see Tianba going up the East Road and getting away from this one. Other teams close by to one another. I'm not really seeing too much. I think we're going to have some quiet for just a moment.
Oh, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Tianba are going to be heading towards that drop spot near Impala, near where Boom likes to drop. It looks like they found some vehicles. They're heading up north. We can see teams all going to their normal drop location. So nobody looking to get a little too spicy here. The big question is, right, the hunt for second place is still there. There is a 14-point difference from Tianba. So Team Reject, they have a tough decision here, right? Do we hunt down Alpha 7?
Oh, no.
Twisted Minds getting a knock onto Vampire, and they're going to get that thirst 100%.
There's nothing that really can stop them. There are 4 players in this vehicle, though, so if someone pops up, sprays down the vehicle, it goes boom. Twisted Minds goes boom with it too. 2 knives in the back. That's going to take anyone down there. Stoned goes out. Duello for Reject, close by to 3 players posted up for TJB. Is he going to be able to get through this? There's open ground. He cannot tumble this car. Needs to stay safe. And
GK first?
They're not going for it. They're not going for the spray. They haven't managed to tag on.
Wow.
Duello is out of there. They had everybody posted up and they didn't go for it.
All right, TJB letting Team Reject go to their loot area. Duello able to make it away from this. He is going to pick up his teammate Sara, and they're going to try to head towards Power Grid here. So Team Reject, like I said, they have a decision to make. They hunt down Alpha 7, take them out, and go and try to become the World Cup champions here, right? If they don't do that, then that means that they are scared of Tianba, Boom, and a couple teams below them, and are just trying to hold on to second. That is my opinion.
I'd be pretty scared. I would be pretty scared of this.
There's a big prize pool drop, I will say, right, from second to third on down. That's for sure.
Second place is $200,000.
That's good money.
Third place at $140,000. It's not a small amount, but neither is 60K, and that is the difference between third and second place. So you drop down 1 place, that's pretty rubbish, right? That's got to be a pretty rubbish feeling coming on in. But I'll tell you what's even worse is if you drop down to 4th place, that's a 90K pay drop to 110K. That is a devastating fall. So if Reject allow 2 teams to surpass them, that would be their fate. And I don't think that risk, for my money, is worth taking. I'm generally, when it comes to money, I'm fairly low risk, right? So maybe that's just that talking, and that's why I'm not up here amongst these players as some of the best in the world, as the best in the world. They can take those risks. And those payouts. Ooh.
You know what the saying, John, is?
What's the saying?
Fortune favors the bold.
That's right.
And if you're Team Reject, you want to have that big back-to-back LAN tournament wins, I think you got to go for it here. You got to go for it. I mean, second place is the first loser in this tournament, right? And you're right there. You're within reach. It's possible, right?
Yeah.
But you have to stop Alpha 7. So there's no way you could just leave this to fate and let Alpha 7 do their thing here. So let's see. Let's see what they decide to do. I think that they are on the move here, possibly going away. So many questions of what's possible. Tiamba is their main threat to pass them up for second place. And they're going to be playing the edge of this circle. Maybe if Team Reject notices that Tiamba goes out, then maybe they make the change. I don't know.
And then you still got Boom to worry about, right? There's so much that can go wrong. If you want to take that first spot, sure. It is a huge benefit, not only for the money, you double your money from second to first, right? That's a 200K pay jump, but also direct spot into PMGC at the end of the year to be able to defend that international title.
I think you got to go for it. Alula IHC looking to rocket launch themselves up the leaderboards here. A good game right here and right now. They need at least 20 points to try and match up Tiamba in third. You could see them starting to get busy with it, nice and early. They are starting to get an engagement with 4MV, which is a team right below them. Oh, the beautiful nade gets the double tap.
Step up to him, find out why they just won the last Miramar. Zol, though, punished by Doc as he gets a little bit too bold.
Just run.
He's trying to pick up those points, and there's another knock over to Godless. Okay, they might have won the last Miramar, but there's still a challenge for them. And it is coming in the form of 4MV, Doc and Baron. Both putting up a defense here. Rogue looking to pick Godless back up, but Baron's encroaching now. Nade over the top. If he finds the mark, this devastation. Demo's up and into it as well. And Nade goes high, goes long. Oh, nearly takes down Rogue. There it is. There's the knock as well. Coming through from Doc on the 1-2 punch. Demo now last to stand.
What a push from 4MV, turning their favor around very quickly here. And the last player from Alula IHC, I believe, is getting pressured on the side there from TJP. You can see Baron. Yeah, he's got to go for the pickup here. They need every single point they can get. Oh, but TJP is in the mix. That's going to make things so much more difficult for all these squads.
GK first, picking up nades. The second circle just about to pop Jukes as well. Remember, that is going to be a brutal shift. I think no matter what, we'll see where it ends up going. But the nades pour in from TJB. As 4MV try to keep things together. Apex is down. I think maybe they're going to be getting on their bike as well. And TJB looks to disengage just a little bit. It centers up, and it centers up to Montenuevo.
TJP got to just full send this. They need every elimination they can get. They want to rocket launch themselves up these leaderboards, and they're giving these teams way too much room to breathe. Here goes Flower on the rotation, gets caught by Apex. GK first is now in the mix. Doc and 4MV are just trying to keep their tournament alive here. This is the final match, folks. What can 4MV do? Let's see, Doc has that nade up close and personal.
He's a surgeon with those things.
Uh-oh. That nade was too close for comfort. But let's see what they could do. Only S, he's just barely trying to get it over, but the off angle takes down Doc.
Apex now with Baron as an off angle on this high ground. Doc back behind some crates. I don't think that GK First can peek out for this elimination to confirm it, to get the flush. I take that back, actually. He's sending all the way around the edge, and Baron doesn't have the angle to stop it. But he is behind the crates, and will be able to dash back as well.
See what happens. Nade coming really close to GK First. Oh, that would hurt bad. Yeah, and he runs right back into the building. 4MV, last two players up. Do they stick? Do they stay here or try to leave? And it looks like they are going to just try to disengage.
Let's look at the circle just a little bit. Let's take a step back from that fight. Alpha 7 have moved down west on the west side from El Pozo, and now they sit in that western quadrant. The majority of the buildings sit there in Montenuevo, and Reject are pushing from that north side.
Yeah, I think Team Reject are looking to just hold on to second place at this point. I don't see anything that indicates them trying to take that championship away. They're leaving it to fate. And right now, Alpha 7 seem to have fate on their side.
They have the high ground. They're a little bit far away from the center of this circle, but they'll take it. They just need to survive. Putting 3 points is basically a confirmation of the title. If they get 3 points here.
They get 1 point, to be honest. I mean, that's how much of a gap they have, and especially the way Team Reject is playing. Like, they are just big chilling here. They're not, you don't see them kind of hunting down those third-party opportunities on the edges. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. It's still very early in the game, but if I'm a team that knows that I need to have a record-breaking game in eliminations to try to get this championship, I would definitely want to see Submergency. They're getting into it with Twisted Minds. They're very close to them, actually.
Okay, Twisted Mind's going to be looking to push in, potentially forced to do so by Tianba further out to the east. Duello will be the first to meet them. It looks like they're hopping out to try and post up Ratto Boy for Twisted Minds. Closest to danger as well on that northern side engagement. The next circle as well, just about to come in, and I think teams are waiting for that. It centers up once more to Monte Nuevo, and we might have an urban finish here.
We just might. Let's see how this all turns out, folks. Yeah, Team Reject, like I mentioned, looking to at least hold on to second place. They are going to avoid that engagement. A lot of indecision from them here. You can see them just kind of going back and forth, trying to figure out what to do. But you got to start making those pushes happen. And you have to hope that Alpha 7 does nothing at the same time.
Which is very difficult given the Alpha 7 compound that they hold. High ground over all of Monte Nuevo. Picking up shots if they can would be huge. A bit of damage sent to Reggie. But he's okay for now. Will not get knocked. Can look to get some healing done.
Yeah, Team Reject are stuck. They are stuck there. They are just holding on for second at this point. It's Alpha 7's tournament to win. They are looking good. At this point, who's hunting down third place? That's where my eyes are starting to look towards. You got Tianba holding it down with 110 points. Alula IHC all the way down there with 90. So we could definitely see these leaderboards still shake up around that higher mid-pack area. Look at that nice knock in that replay. Cardosen getting finished. Team Liquid losing these players early on, and Miramar's got to hurt.
Talon and Alliance back and forth. Talon, one of the teams in conversation for that third place that you were talking about, and they've already lost one, but it's traded out on the knocks. Nade being cooked for Misery. There's backup now coming through for Talon. They've been fighting lamely for the last while, but now they're at full force with all of their players in situ. Jimmy behind a tree, looks to hold out for Alliance, can't win the trade. Misery able to win that one, and Olio and King now, Cluck, sorry, will stand at the back, but two players descend on them.
Talon looking to start making some moves little by little here. You can see Axel in the blue zone, starting to make some pushes. Uh-oh, big shot's gonna have to happen, and then I believe that could be Alliance. Yep, done and dusted. They're gonna go out, and that is their tournament done in a 14th place for now.
Potential to get leapfrogged by IWNRX or Power. Maybe.
Ooh.
It's still a little bit far away, though. These boys should be proud of their performance, however. Vampire taking shots over to Boom. This is an interesting engagement now, because Boom have just lost one, getting knocked, potentially getting flushed, but Tianba are picking up the points for it. That's nasty of them. DXavier taking shots over towards Vampire, and I think that might be their tournament, as Vampire down to their last leg.
Boom are down on their last leg too. They are stuck in the open. Razy is completely out of position. His vehicle is blown up. It's going to be very difficult to get him out the way. And if you're Tianba, that's the team you want to take out because they're right below you on the leaderboards. That's a big knock. Tianba should do everything in their power to hunt down Boom.
They are going to close the trap. Bond close by. Doesn't quite have the angle to get the flush, but that's not going to matter because it's only the one player now left for Boom. The teams beneath Tianba not having a great time.
Boom not having a great time. They just got passed up. That is a critical play for Tianba right there. And again, folks, third place, $140,000. Fourth place going to be 110. So that is a big difference. And with Boom with only one player left, that opens the door for teams like Talon. DRX, DXA, so many of these squads.
Could be to jump up pretty high there. Reject though, 14 points ahead of Tiamba at the start of this match. That's now shrunk to 12 with the 2 points they've accrued. So Reject definitely not out of the woods to secure that second place and $200,000.
You could see the look on these faces right now. DRX leaning forward. The pressure is on because we can see a jump from 7th place all the way up to 3rd here. If DRX can have a solid finish.
They're playing a pretty difficult split though right now. They've already taken a knock on their roadside position. They're 3-1 with Soas on the north edge. With Tiamba descending on that edge as well, that is so risky for DRX.
So risky indeed. We're looking at where this next circle is going to go, folks. This is the calm before the storm. Oh, the pressure's on. The crowd is going nuts here. Oh, Frenzy from Boom was able to get a knock, but gets taken out. That's Boom Esports done for, and you can see DRX fans rubbing their hands together because this is looking mighty appetizing.
They just want to keep going for DRX. Tiamba, though, with Soas on that north side, has got a monumental task. They want to turn things around. Twisted Mind still with a knock, and Tiamba looking to put more of a buffer between them and the teams below.
Yeah, all these teams below. I'm looking at pretty much Xavier on down. Need to have a monster win here if we want to see them put themselves in the big money. Twisted Mind starting to go down this hill. They are able to make it across, and Guizal with a nice knock there onto Tiamba helps slow him down a little bit. Uh-oh. Guizal got that pop shot. Peeks right back on down. This is definitely the calm before the storm. Oh, Tiamba trying to go for that res there, but I believe that is DRX from the other side applying pressure as well, so both these teams are in big trouble.
Let's take a look at Alpha 7 quickly. Their position on the high ground is excellent to not die, but descending from it is going to be tricky. They are slapped on that edge of the circle, right at the edge. They need to go back to those edge play routes and see what they can do. Reject, they're also on that western edge. The next circle is just about to close, but they've got a couple more options when it comes to rotating out. None of them too strong, it has to be said, but maybe better than taking a tumble off a cliff.
Speaking of a cliff, Alpha 7, right? The team that is looking to be our first PUBG Mobile World Cup champions are now outside of the circle. They're going to have to leave the cover for that hill, but they get a critical knock onto Team Reject. That's Duello knocked, and that could force them in a bad position. Mafioso, now you see them in the buggies. Where are they looking to go?
This is going to slow down Reject's rotation as well. With that knock, they have to spend the time to get the res. They can't start to establish those sight lines until they're back at full force. But IWNRX out here on the off angle. Mafioso goes down to Swain, and they've already sent Carrillo down. That's going to slow it out. McGrellin as well, looking to try and challenge. They're getting across the road, but Carrillo's going to roll straight up to IWNRX. This is a chance for IWNRX to stop Alpha 7 and lock in the 151 top spot.
Alpha 7 are in big trouble. They're in the worst position. So many teams are focusing right onto them. We talked about fate being in Alpha 7's favor. This is perfect for Team Reject. They didn't have to do a single thing, and Alpha 7 might just go out.
Reject are making their move now as well. They're swinging up north. They're going into open ground. And Apex with a challenge. McGrellin goes down. Revo and Mafioso on the outside. Nade up into the building. Apex goes low, but he's not out. The second one maybe. No, it goes long. Revo with another one. They're putting it towards the backside, and there's the knock onto Apex.
Huge.
3 players for Alpha 7 stay alive. Can they get this flush? Put point on the board. They find it.
They got
Revo picks it up, and now it's 152. But Zed Wolf's into the fight.
152 might just be enough. I don't know how anybody is in their seat right now. Get on your feet. This is the final moments of this tournament. IWNRX got their eyes locked onto Alpha 7.
There it is.
They're focused on the end. That's 2 down.
Carrillo now last to go. He's into the buggy. What is he doing? Are they going to take the spray? They have the team shots. It goes low. He takes one, but he's fine. Over towards Baron, who's not got his attention turned his way. A roll down for Carrillo. They get a second point. They get 2 points, but they're down. And there it is. 1-5-3. Reject, are you up to it? What have you got?
1-5-3. That is the number to beat. Can Reject do it? They need to have a record-breaking game here. They are on the edge of the zone of Monte Nuevo. The problem is, though, all of these teams that are left, there's only so many eliminations. Team Reject, how could they be sitting still? At a certain point, you gotta start pushing squads.
With the tie-breaking rule, Reject lose. They need 20 eliminations and a chicken dinner. That is tough going for them.
That's almost this whole lobby.
Misery goes down, Talon out with them. Reiji also will fall. 34 players remain, and 4 of them are Reject, which means there's only 30 points left in the lobby for them, and those will start to drain away. The longer they sit, the longer their task will seem. The shadow of it towers in front of them, and the longer this goes on, the safer Alpha 7 sit.
Alpha 7 are looking really good right now. They got to be very, very happy because Team Reject are in dire position. But we got a bigger problem, John. Tianba.
Oh.
Tianba are right next to Team Reject, and they could look to steal away that second place position.
The open ground that sits beneath Tianba is where Reject are gonna need to go. If Reject go down now, they get 0 placement points. 14 points was the difference. It's now 10. Tianba, very capable of jumping that gap.
Absolutely. Tianba have a good feeling that this team across the road is one they need to take out. And they took out all of Team Reject's vehicles, so they're stuck on foot here. Gonna have to make something happen with the weapons on their back. If they want to be the new champions, they're gonna have to do something special here.
And it needs to be now. There is no time. There is no more waiting. Oh! Tianba spotted. So is the one to do it.
Devastating. Devastating play for Tianba. They got backdoored. They didn't even see DRX. They do end up getting that revenge, but they lose a critical player here. Now they are going to be able to get another elimination point that gets them a little bit closer to Team Reject. Team Reject stuck, just trying to play this safely. At this point, they know that to try to get this championship is going to be very difficult, but can we at least hold on to second place?
That's the challenge, but the nades are coming through. They are cooking them in response, but they are just pouring over towards Reject. Sara in the smoke on the roadside, launches one towards UZ. Is that good? No, it's short. Spray over Sara,
down.
And Bond finds the knock. Will look for one. Reiji as well.
That's
the next to go down, and Reject are starting to crumble. 2 players fall. Divine in the smoke has to push forwards now. You've got to do it. Duelo's there.
One
Divine
more.
is down, and Duelo might just be the last chance. He's out. Reject still with 1 player left, but it's in the blue zone, and down they go. Japan fall, and Brazil rise. Alpha 7.
They've done it! Alpha 7 are gonna be the first ever PUBG Mobile World Cup champions! Out comes the hugs, and Brazil are screaming at the top of their lungs!
And they know that they've done it! Alpha 7 elation! What a way to do it! Tianba, though, with the chase. 3 of their players still alive. Can Reject fall further than this?
Whoo! $400,000 in the bank, baby. What are they gonna buy first? That's gonna be the question. But the big question is, can Tianba steal some serious money away from Team Reject? They have 6 eliminations already.
6 teams remaining as well. Those placements are gonna add up. They sit 6 points now behind where Reject are. With those 8 eliminations, they're on 118 to the 124 that Reject have.
By the way, DRX are in 7th place. They're still alive here. DRX have 103 total points. They could definitely make some moves up this leaderboards and make some big money. They could easily pass up Boom. There's only 5 more points they need to get to tie with them.
Absolutely, and those placements do start to rack up fast. You pick up a point, you pick up 2 elims, something like that. You stay in late because the circle keeps them on. Team Liquid, the opposing force on the northwest flank.
Let's see just how many points, how many placements these teams are going to move up. You can see even IWNRX have 7 eliminations here. We can see them put themselves in a really good spot if they're able to finish this game with a chicken dinner. Tianba, though, creeping closer to Team Reject. 8 eliminations. There's not much left to go for them.
Time is of the essence now. Tiamba breaking out to the east. They want to establish control on the open ground. DRX not going to take shots their way just yet. The circle's going to close and it's going to push IWNRX in. Closer to Team Liquid and TJB are there. Over the road they go. The crash is incoming now. 4 players roll up. Swain goes low, gets knocked frozen as well. Kind the third to fall. And IWNRX going straight into the fiery maw that sits before them. Down
DRX.
they go. DRX with a challenge now. Power wanting to surge up the tables.
DRX need to get this fight done. They can push themselves so high up the leaderboard. Here comes Tiamba. They need just a few more points. They're making a hard push, but Team Liquid stiff arms them. DRX, you can see them hoping and praying for this last player to make something magical happen.
They need 6 points from here on out, Jukes. That's all they need. But that's such a difficult task. DRX are falling too.
DRX cannot go out now. They have to take out Power. They need to get this done. The last player for Tiamba, it's gonna be Sean. He has a good open angle onto this side of the map. Let's see what happens as DRX starts up that push. Oh, here comes TJB in the mix on the third party.
And it is going to be DRX picking up that first point as well. They've added another to their tally. 2 players for them, holding out against Power. TJB with 3, pushing on in. There's the crash. 1 player down. It's all up to the player upstairs now. Can he hold the staircase? Can he hold his nerve with 5 teams remaining?
DRX already sitting with 105 points. 1 more and they'll tie with Talon. The difference at this stage, folks, is $10,000. We could see 2 eliminations being $10,000 more dollars in the blank for DRX, but they only have 1 player up. Can he do it? He gets a knock.
Vidan goes down. The Molotov is in the window, but he's got more still to deal with. And it is going to be pure steel in his heart right now. It needs to be for DRX if they want to jump up. Boom is their next ladder up. And over the top he goes. What is this guy doing? Oh my God. This is PMWC. You can't do that.
The jump down, oh, and he goes down at the last second. Was that enough, though, to push them up 2 more placements? That could have been a massive $20,000 plus swing from DRX in that one moment.
Here's the thing. Tiamba, exactly. 6 points is second place. They sit 6 points behind. They need 1 elimination here, or they fall in third. They need to find a point. 1 point from anywhere, but it is on the ropes for Tiamba.
It is all up to Sean. What can he do for Tiamba? Can we see a miracle happen? Tiamba push their way up and reject from their second place spot. We know he's gonna get some solid placement points here. Can he hunt down? Oh, he's got to be very, very careful here. A couple shots, and he is done for.
6 placements would draw them even, but they lose the tiebreaker. Tiamba lose the tiebreaker to reject in second place, which means second place is not good enough. He needs 1 point and a second place, or to get a couple more eliminations, but that would be such a tall order. Team Liquid are taking them away from him. Oh, a brutal point found. Is it going to him? No. I think that was taken by Team Liquid.
5 seconds on the clock. This zone is about to close, folks, and it's going down all the way to the middle. Team Liquid have their eyes on Sean. How many smokes does he have left? That is the question. Team Liquid are going to be looking to take this chicken dinner. They're going to push themselves up the leaderboards. That's right. How far? We're about to find out as TJB are playing on the edge. Can Sean outlast TJB to get a few more of those critical placement points? He is now in the blue zone. And this is gonna hurt. The names bring on out, and that is Sean. Gone for. Did he do it?
TJB went down first. I think they might have gone down. I'm not entirely sure. It might be a dead heat. We'll have to go to the leaderboard. But the big story is the old legacy laid in the dust for Alpha 7. They have broken the curse. The shackles are broken. An international title has been claimed.
Put the belt.
Supporters of PUBG Mobile Esports around the world, we have found your champions. Months of hard work, qualifiers and stages have brought them to this point. Congratulations.
But first, we welcome the Keymaster onto the stage to give the team their championship key.
Gentlemen, Carrillo, put your key onto your trophy.
The crownless are finally kings and rest on their throne. Ladies and gentlemen, PMWC champions, Alpha 7 Esports! Boys, congratulations. Carrillo, I'm starting with you.